Here we are. We just boarded the Air India flight. I've got Pete Sheppard with me, Matt Reid, and the three of us are going on a journey to India.
I'm looking forward to experiencing the cultures and the different foods and that. Golden Temple, I've admit, so I'm looking forward to that as well. Here we are, we've just arrived at Amritsar Airport. It's 37 degrees in the shade, and luckily I bought my hat. Chacha's come to meet us. He's going to take us up to the village, 2 hours journey to the village, and we'll see what happens when we get there.
We left Birmingham yesterday, an 8-hour flight from Birmingham. We landed over in Delhi, had a 2-hour stopover, Matt.
Yeah, 2 hours, yeah.
Not that you noticed because you was asleep.
Catching up.
Catching up on the sleep. But yeah, and then just about a 15-minute fly from Delhi over to Amritsar. We were met by Stephen, our driver. That's him down there.
Doing a great job.
And doing a good job, of course, as always. And Chachaji over there always comes and looks after me. And we're on our way now to our friend of Mumbai, which is near Belgar in Jalandhar. So we're looking forward to meeting Chachi ji and introducing her to some of my new friends, and perhaps she will teach Matt and Shep some Punjabi, and they'll teach her some English.
Hello there. Day one of our India trip. As you can see, the weather is fantastic, around mid 30 degrees. Had a great night's sleep last night, fully air conditioned. The hospitality's been fantastic, the food has been great. We couldn't ask for much more. It's very basic, but everything's here for our needs. Having a great time, just drinking plenty of fluids, and we're going to go and have a short walk around the village and take some of the local sights in. Can't wait, it'll be great.
We've had a cracking night's sleep on the munges, the string bed. And slept off our long journey. We was up quite late, and everybody was a bit worried about us because they thought that we might have died in our sleep. But no, we're alive and kicking on the balcony now. Plenty of sun cream. Got my hat, sunshades, flip flops. I don't think you need much more.
So yes, we're here out in the fields in the village of Mumbai, district Jalandhar. We're having a look at my chacha's fields, and Shep and Matt have come to have a look at where my great-great-grandfathers came to this village and where they settled down. So this is a spot where the coup is, which is outside of the village, and this is where they first settled down. So if you look in the background of where Matt is standing, there's actually the original coup. So what could you tell me about that here, Matt?
Here you can see now is a dry well, the original one, still very deep, disused, obviously overgrown, but now what people are doing, they're tending to have their own boreholes and being more self-sufficient, so this has now become disused. The water table has dropped, so now they're looking to drill more modern techniques to get deeper and deeper into the water table. So this is obsolete, it's needed no more, but you can see the remains of it. There you go. And
we'll go over and actually have a look. Earlier on we saw a borehole actually being dug, and we'll actually then have a look at the borehole that's replaced the well over here.
Okay, so we're just outside Mumbai. As you can see, they're putting a borehole in. Gone down 250 feet with a metal pipe, and then what they'll do then is insert the yellow pipe and leave that in. That's clean, and that will stay in then for the duration of the life of the borehole. They're finding that they have to go deeper and deeper every year because the water table is getting lower and lower due to the irrigation of all the rice crops and the wheat crops. So another section of boreholes being removed. These lads have been working really hard in this 36-degree heat, but they're not moaning, they're still smiling, and everything's going well.
ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਦੱਸੋ ਕਾਲੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰੱਖਿਓ ਆ ਬੋਲ
ਅਸੀਂ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਅਸੀਂ ਦੁੱਧ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਰੱਖੇ ਆ
ਕੱਲ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਖਰੀਦਦੇ ਫਿਰ ਬਾਹਰੋਂ
ਕੱਲ ਫਿਰ ਦੁੱਧ ਖਰੀਦਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਸਾਫ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਵਧੀਆ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਘਰ ਦਾ ਹੀ ਵਰਤੀਦਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ
ਹਾਂ ਨਾਲੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਪਸੰਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਇਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਦੁੱਧ
ਬੱਚੇ ਘਰ ਦਾ ਦੁੱਧ ਪਸੰਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ
Want some salt? Look, well, coming back now. Hey, don't eat my arm, you.
ਦੁੱਧ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ
Get your dinner eaten.
ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਫਿਰ ਹੁਣ ਦੇਖੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਰਗੇ ਕਦੀ ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਇਦਾਂ
ਗੋਰੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਖੀ ਜਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਬਲੇਤੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਮੇਰੇ ਅੰਗਰ ਦਾ
ਬਲੈਤੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਬੰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਇੱਧਰ ਸਾਡਾ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਛੋਟਾ ਹੀ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ
ਹਾਂ
ਤੇ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੈ ਉਦਾਂ ਉਪਰੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਹਾਂ
ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਖੁਸ਼ ਆ
ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੈ ਅੱਜ ਤਾਂ ਬਲੈਤੀ ਆਏ ਕਰਕੇ
ਹਾਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜੇ ਕੁਛ ਕਿਹਾ ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੁੜ ਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਣਾ
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਹਾਂ ਇਹ ਪੱਠਾ ਕਾਟਦਾ
ਪੱਠਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਪੱਠੇ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ
ਪਸ਼ੂਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਾਉਣਾ ਪਸ਼ੂ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਦਿਖਾਲਦੇ
So this is going to be the feed for the cows and you know whatever he's got over there for the milk. Every morning he chops them down.
Strip.
Yeah, and every evening.
And this is more growing.
ਤੇ ਆਇਆ
ਨਹੀਂ ਕੱਲੇ ਆਏ ਸੀਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਜਾਈਏ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਸੱਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ
ਨਹੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ
ਹਾਂ
ਸੱਪ ਇਹਦਾ ਲੁਕੇ ਹੋਏ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ
ਹਾਂ
ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਹੁਣ
ਬਟ ਇਦਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਨੰਗੇ ਪੈਰੇ ਤੇ ਲਗਾਇਆ ਇੱਥੇ ਤਾਂ
ਨਹੀਂ
ਠੀਕ
ਨਹੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਇਦਾਂ ਤੁਰੇ ਫਿਰਦੇ ਰਹੀਦਾ
ਹਾਂ
ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ
no snakes.
Not yet.
No, he said don't worry, even at night he walks barefoot, so there's no worry about any snakes of any sort. You want to try your hand at chopping some down?
If you trust us.
ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਕਹੀ ਦੇ ਦੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਕਹਿ ਵੱਢ ਲਾ
ਅੱਛਾ ਅੱਛਾ
ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਖੁਸ਼ ਆ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ
ਹਾਂ ਇੱਥੋਂ
he said ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਮੈਂ ਕਰ ਦਵਾਂ
ਇਹ ਹੱਥ ਐਸੇ ਉੱਚਾ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਇਹ
yeah so yeah keep your other hand up higher
Yeah.
and then
By the way.
yes
ਰੱਖ ਦੇ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ
How much?
hey Shep you'll soon having a turban and soon be retiring over here and
That's it.
I'll get the sack, it's too much dirt on the bottom of these roots.
no it's slice
Like that.
If you make it look easy.
ਮੁਰਗੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਰੱਖੀਆਂ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਚਿਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਮੁਰਗੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਰੱਖੀ ਨੂੰ
ਇਹ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ 5 ਮਹੀਨੇ
ਫਿਰ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਦੁੱਧ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ
ਦੁੱਧ ਦੇ ਦਿੰਦੇ 810 ਕਿਲੋ
so one of these will give an average of 8 to 10 kilograms of milk. So she's saying I'll give 10, the other one's saying you're lying, you only give 9. Just
Yeah, it's all done now.
yeah, shut the gate as well. You're gonna give some food.
Now they come.
पानी होना अंडे
ਅੰਡੇ
ताजे ताजे
ਤਾਜ਼ੇ
hey chef
ਲੈ ਮੈਂ ਲਗਾ
Fresher than that.
ਮੈਂ
yeah
ਮੈਂ
grab hold of the eggs just come fresh off the chicken
Still warm.
they're still warm you can't get hey you know when they talk about free range eggs in England and you pay a premium price here you have free range eggs eating the most freshest food come straight out and you know where they come from as well, ain't you, chef?
Exactly, mate. Freshest eggs you can find.
And now you got your stick of God. You can become a farmer.
Yeah.
What it is their son's does the discus and he's quite well. The shot put.
Shot put,
it's the shot put.
level.
So
Shot put, national level.
Oh, good.
so
The Olympics.
he's in he's trying to get into the Olympics, So he did the shot puts. Of course, he's trying to build up his body and his strength, upper body strength and whatever. So that's the reason why they didn't keep the chickens before. They're only keeping the chickens because, you know, so all the proteins, you know, so that he can at least. He broke the national record in 2015, 2016, or 14-15. 2014-15, he broke the Indian national record in the shot put.
Good.
So he's got a lot of potential. Yeah, get to the Olympics. Molly Olympics to try karda. Yeah, so there you are, viewers. His son, he's doing so well that he's aiming to actually represent India in the shot put in the next Olympics. So if you see his son, you've seen him first here. That's the milk that's comes straight from the cows, straight from the majja. Now, if you want some, you want to try some milk straight? Yeah, no, yeah. So it's been milked literally. Hale garm hega? Garm hai? Yeah, oh yeah. You can feel it. It's warm still.
Thank you.
Milk's straight. English which you can they don't know?
Milk.
No. Cow. Milk straight from the cow.
It's still warm.
Still warm as well.
Straight from the beautiful beast over there.
Finish it up, right?
Yeah, go on.
Delicious.
You want some more? Are you okay?
Lovely, thank you.
No, okay, thank you very much. This is how they actually shred it as well. अपने दो गोरे आए हो आप दे पीट शेपर्ड मैट रीड इंग्लैंड तो आए हो तो ਹੁਣ ਆਪਾਂ ਹੈਗੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਮਵਾਈ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਮਵਾਈ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਿੰਡ ਕੀ ਆ ਕੀ ਕੰਮ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ
ਇਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਬੇਬੇ ਸਰਕਾਰੀ ਆ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ
ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਦੀ ਆ
ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਦੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਇਹ ਫਾਰਮਰ ਲਿਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ
ਰਾਈਟ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਫਿਰ ਦੁੱਧ ਲਿਆ ਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ
ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਕਹਾਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਜਲੰਧਰ
ਇਹਦੇ ਕੁਆਲਿਟੀ ਵੀ ਚੈੱਕ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ
ਆ ਕਾਓ ਕੁਆਲਿਟੀ ਚੈੱਕ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਕੁਆਲਿਟੀ ਚੈੱਕ ਆ ਕਾਓ ਆ ਆਈ
ਹਾਂ
ਇਹ ਫੈਟ ਆ
the fat content
36
so
ਇਹ 36 ਦਾ ਆ ਦੇਖੋ ਰੇਟ
oh okay
ਇਹ 36 ਇਹ 2865
okay ਇੰਨੇ ਰੁਪਏ
ਹਾਂ 1 ਲੀਟਰ
ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਸਾਰਾ ਚੈੱਕ ਕਰਕੇ
ਹਾਂ ਚੈੱਕ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਲੰਧਰ ਚਲੇ ਜਾਂਦਾ
ਜਲੰਧਰ
ਜਾਂਦਾ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਆਪਣਾ ਆ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਵੇਰਕਾ ਦੇ ਪੈਕਟਿੰਗ ਜੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ
ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਜਾਂਦਾ
ਚੀਜ਼ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਲੱਸੀ ਜੋ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਬਣਦਾ
So just walking through the village, and what we find Chacha on his tractor coming with a load of rice that he just harvested with the combine harvester. Sheppard Matt jumped on the tractor. We're now at the Mandi, and at the Mandi what they do is the rice is going to be sieved to get rid of the impurities, and if you look in the distance you can see the rice has been poured into the machine. As it comes out on the other side, hopefully a lot of the dust and other residue is taken out, and what is then left is that all the grain is now going to be unloaded at the Mandi.
Then what you can see here now is the final stage of the rice process, where Chacha has brought the rice to this station here, where it's going to be weighed, cleaned and bagged. You can see over there now that's his tractor and trailer, and this morning the combine harvester had harvested the rice and it's been placed into his trailer. When we looked at his field, the various stages of the rice, when they were nice and green and then it was turning yellow. As you can see here now, we've got rice fields at various stages. You can see the lighter colour and the darker colour. If you look closely here on the darker one, this is rice that isn't ready. The way of testing is just by squeezing the rice, and if you can look closely,
oh, milk.
Moisture comes out.
And they call it actually milk, don't they, sometimes?
Yeah.
Because it looks like milk.
Yeah. So there you go. And if you're looking closely, if you squeeze this now, it's a lot harder. There's no milk coming out. So this is not far from harvest. The rice is then dropped on the floor and scattered out, just to dry it out. Before it goes over to here, to this machine here, where it's going to be placed into the hopper, and basically it's cleaning the rice from all the other bits and pieces that are caught up in the process. And then after that, it's bagged and stacked here, and each number on these bags are sort of designated which farm has brought them in. So you know that's their code number, if you like, and then that's the process now finished.
Okay, I'm stood a couple of inches into the water in the countryside. This crop you can see is a couple of weeks away yet from being harvested. It's still very soft, while as the crop over the way there is within a few days of being harvested. This is life out here. This is your agricultural land. This is your farmers. Your farming community are all around us. The sun's beating down. And even one of the local Sikhs who drove past commented on how hot it was. So it is hot. Everybody's been so kind to us and shows nothing but respect and kindness to total strangers, invited us into their homes and sharing what little things that they have, milk, chapati. It's just been an incredible experience.
We're going to go to the local school in the Bend in the village of Mawai. Just have a look to see what the children are doing or what the children are learning about. So Matt and Shep are going to have a chat with the children and the teachers just to see what life is like in the village school.
Singh जी इंग्लैंड तो और उन्होंने दो कलीग आए ने ते वो दसते ने कि उन्होंने उत्थे सारा सोशल ग्रुप भी आ कि आ जी एक्टिविटीज दा भी किते भी कोई अर्थक्वेक या इदां दा कोई आ जांदा नैचुरल डिजास्टर आंदा और असीं हेल्प करदे ने ते बाकी बीबियां भी कुछ आईयां यही सीगा कि भी तुहानूं अवेयर करना हैगा। तो बच्चों तुहानूं अज असीं वाटर बॉर्न ते वैक्टर बॉर्न, वाटर का मतलब होंदा पानी, वैक्टर का मतलब मच्छर।
Thank you for showing us your school.
Welcome, most welcome.
And thank you for showing us how you teach the children all the things that you do.
This one for boy.
Okay.
कौन सा चाहिए? ये चाहिए, ये चाहिए? कौन सा लेना? ये वाला?